Okay, it's a quick help here with some of the questions on the homework that I didn't go over in class, but one of the things is going to look like this. This is again the PowerPoint presentation that comes with the textbook. It's in Blackboard if you want to pull it up, but here's supply and demand. Again, we're supply and demand. You got where A is equilibrium point. So the equilibrium price is 8. The equilibrium quantity produced is 30 down here in the x-axis. But if basically if the price is above the equilibrium price, basically people don't want to buy it. You know, it's too much money. So here, if we're selling at 12, there's an excess supply, right? Again, the producers would produce at E, a point E, but sellers would only buy at that, demand that product at point D. So there is this excess supply here between the two um, at $12 $12 price. What are we selling here? We're selling, does it say what we're selling? Oh, pizzas. We're selling pizzas per month. They're great. And the same thing down below. If the price is really low, then there is excess demand, and there's shortages sometimes if you have a lower price. So then, if again your product is going out the door really quickly, and we're missing product, we don't have product to sell, then of course the producers are going to raise their rates to A. So I think there's a quick question I'll ask you that on the homework. Let's see, something else so we'll ask you. Let's see if I can find it. Maybe it'll take me a while. Oh, here we go. This is a little semantic thing here. It's the change in quantity demanded versus the change in demand. It's kind of a simple thing. If you see change in quantity demanded, that's going from here on this one on the left from A to B. Somewhere on the demand curve, it shifts down. Like someone's supply changes, the equilibrium price is going to change. The demand doesn't change. Supply will change by only itself. Then that demand is changing along the same demand curve from A to B. So when you see change in quantity demanded, again, it's just a shift somewhere on the same demand curve, as opposed to the one to the right, where the whole demand curve shifts to the right. Again, that's a change in demand. Shifts to the right or shifts to the left. Change in demand. So it's a little semantic thing you see all the time in economics, so it drives me crazy. But it's kind of simple. You see change in quantity demanded, it's just moving along the same line, right, from A to B here. Change in demand, A to C. All right, there's another question. Let me see here. So I'm in my kids' room here. I got Harry Potter helping me along, the kid that doesn't live here anymore, but still loves Harry Potter. Let's see, there's a question in the homework on response to higher soybean prices. There's two parts. So there's an A and a B. Part A is fairly straightforward. But basically, if there's a change in supply, right, the equilibrium for soybean market, they can sell more. So it's going to be an increase in the number of soybean farmers. Again, if the price of soybean goes up, there'll be more people planting soybeans and more output for a farmer. So basically everyone's producing more soybeans. It's the question, the part B of it, responses again to higher soybean prices is the question about marginal cost. And basically marginal cost, we're going to get into it later in the course. It's for each additional unit you produce, marginal cost goes up. So if soybean prices are going up, you have more farmers producing more soybeans, then a farmer who enters the market will have higher, the answer is higher marginal costs. But we'll go over that later in the semester, but something I didn't talk about the other day. There is another one where there's a question about housing prices. Where is that one? Let me see if I can find it. Here's the one on the change in quantity demanded. I see that one. But there's this question about, suppose the equilibrium price of a house recently decreased. So the equilibrium price has decreased. The equilibrium quantity decreased as well. These changes are caused by, and basically you got to look at you got to draw the graph on this sort of thing. Basically draw a supply and demand graph and then change, because it's a decrease in both, right? So something shifting to the left. It's either demand shifting to the left or supply is shifting to the left. So draw a supply and demand curve like we did in class the other day, and then, like say, shift demand to the left and see if, what is it? If the price goes down and the quantity goes down. If that doesn't work, try drawing another graph, then shifting supply to the left and seeing if, again, the price goes down and the quantity goes down. But yeah, drawing graphs, it's the easiest way to get through this thing, and you really should take your time on this chapter 3, because a lot of the fundamentals of the rest of the course is supply and demand, because this is how capitalism works. So I think that is just about everything we wanted to talk about, but I'm going to probably send you an article to read for next class. Let me see if I can find it. Do I still have it up here? No, I must have got out of it by any chance. Let me hang on. Let me bring this thing up. Using my Apple machine here. I'm really not really good with my Apple. Oh, here's what I want to do: is demand of gas at Labor Day. So basically, here's a quick article. The price of gas. You've gone fill up a car once in a while, but generally prices for gas go down around Labor Day because people are driving less. Demand is left. It shifts to the left. So again, demand shifts. Supply will stay the same. So the price goes down. Those sort of things. Some of the questions I'm going to ask you for the test. Here's another article that, again, the first one was demand going down. Here's one where a refinery breaks down. This would be a good question to ask on the test, right? A refinery breaks down, because there's only a few huge refineries in this country that make gas. So if there's a breakdown, and here's a couple from Kansas to Texas, they're having some problems. So not enough gas is being produced, so that, of course, is a cut in supply. Supply shifts to the left. And that's going to, again, because it's breakdown, of course, it's the quantity of gas available goes down and the price will go up. And if you were a smart person, like this article talks about hedge funds, hedge fund is basically if you're someone rich or you're a pension fund or a large organization like a college, and you got some money and you want somebody to work with your money, you give it to these hedge funds, and they'll basically make bets. They're making a bet. A lot of hedge funds make bet that the price of gas will go up, like say in the next 3 months, 6 months. You can make a bet on a lot of different commodities in the world, and if you choose correctly, you can make a lot of money. But the hard part is choosing correctly. But a lot of hedge funds have been going long on gasoline. You're either long or short. If you're long, you're expecting the price to go up. If you're shorting something, you think the price is going to go down. So you can always bet one way or the other. It's an interesting market. How good are you at it is the key part of it. But we'll talk about that later in the semester, how you can just make bets on all kinds of commodities. And some people win, some people lose. In the long run, it comes down about even. So if you have any questions, email me about the homework. But again, draw graphs. Understand supply and demand is one of the key things. All right, I will probably again send a couple articles, newspaper articles about supply and demand that we will hopefully talk about on Wednesday. Maybe I'll put a couple of questions in there too for you.